What does it take to transform a nation? How do communities rebuild after more than 2 decades of war? How do you restore hope? The ones soon to inherit the country already know what they need most.
Education is a key for them.
If we want to change our nation, we must go through education.
People will study and God will be working in their life to change this country. My name is Emmanuel. I was born in 1995 in the village called Akwal, sub-county Abok. In 2004, when the rebel was disturbing this land, we were settling in the camp.
The camp was one of many that materialized in northern Uganda during the war as internally displaced families sought to escape the violence. They weren't always successful. When Emmanuel was 10 years old, LRA rebels attacked his home.
I was so scared. They shot my parents at once. I ran out crying and I ran out the camp. After that, I was hearing people saying that they have killed my parents. After I was hearing like that, I was so scared in the bush. I stayed in the bush for long. I decided myself to come back home.
Many of them found that their homes in the villages were gone. Some of them had lost their parents because of the LRA rebels themselves, or they were the ones that had to kill their mom and dad.
The story was narrated again to me that my parents were killed. I started crying and crying. I was so worried, and those days I was not having any hope in my life.
In the wake of his parents' death, Emmanuel was consoled and taken in by his uncle. Unfortunately, he was already caring for 4 other orphans besides Emmanuel, a common situation among survivors of LRA attacks. It soon became obvious that adequate necessities and school fees could not be provided for all of the children. That's when the family got some help.
One of my uncles was in Kampala. He was studying in Kampala, and he heard about favor of God.
This is House of Hope, the ministry's children's home. It started in 2006 by welcoming 4 orphaned sisters who were referred to favor of God by World Vision. Within a year, the house became home to 29 additional orphans. The home is run by a groundskeeper.
I'm Eric, as a farm attendant in this place.
And house mothers.
I'm Susan Asio. My name is Josephine. I'm one of the mom here.
With a goal of self-sustainability, the children learn life skills and farming as they tend to crops and animals.
We have planted maize again, and this week we are going to plant beans also to help the children in future.
In the evenings, they eat, study, play, worship, and pray together. Perhaps the most important aspect of this life-changing opportunity was that it allowed Emmanuel to go to school. He attended here.
This is Favor of God Nazarene Primary School.
The school was established in 2008 with 108 students, all of them orphans or vulnerable children who had grown up in conflict and now lived in post-war recovery. Reverend Francis Odora serves as head teacher.
We have 441 children. We have children from House of Hope, we have children from the staff, and then we have children from the community. So the school started because of House of Hope, and now community are benefiting from the school.
This what? Good.
Favor of God believes that nations are transformed through transformed hearts and minds, which is why the school strives to teach moral and academic excellence alongside spiritual training.
They still have to have direction and goals. They need to learn how to dream again. They need to learn how to have internal creativity, but also they need academics, they need instruction, they need skills, they need work ethics.
These are major challenges, but in just 4 years, the school has done remarkably well.
Our children that have already been sent out to secondary schools, they are doing well.
It's already one of the top academically in Gulu.
They are well disciplined, they are hardworking.
But also the individual needs of these children. When they come to class, if they've got emotional needs, if they're traumatized, we take the time, our teaching staff does, to sit with the child one-on-one and counsel.
Dennis Ricciopio is one of those teachers. He teaches social studies and religious studies to classes at the primary 4 and primary 7 levels.
We don't only handle academic part of it. We handle morals, we handle social life, we handle spiritual life.
The teachers have a great responsibility. They're teaching a generation of children who grew up in camps just like Emmanuel, many without role models to look up to or learn from.
They've still got to have role models of excellence and ways that they now can be a brand new generation.
Our life should be something that can teach these children before we talk to them. If our lifestyle can teach them, that's the better.
Thanks to the education he was able to receive in the primary school, Emmanuel moved on to the secondary level. He currently studies here at Sir Samuel Baker School.
I'm in secondary school now, S1. God is working in my life and is changing many people's life. In my school, I'm being given a name, pastor, because people are seeing God's light inside me. I want to study master degree in communication technology. I want to be a technology in communication. I want God to change people through me.
Emmanuel's story is a picture of favor of God's vision for Uganda to be changed and propelled forward by the dreams and ambitions of an educated generation. For emotional healing, spiritual growth, and academic success to meet in a powerful way that brings about the restoration of a nation.
I want many things to be done through God in this country, but I cannot express it now. When I'm just speaking like this, it will be in action.
There is much need behind this great vision. The primary school currently operates on rented property. As soon as possible, the ministry plans to build a new primary school on the beautiful 10-acre plot of land where House of Hope is located. Once the school is operating on favor of God's own property, the ministry can expand and add a secondary school as well, and continue to fulfill an earnest vision to see primary and secondary schools with commitments to excellence cause national transformation.
And he said a nation can be born in a day in Isaiah 66. So if he can do that with a nation, he can do it with these children, this generation.
When we look at our mission statement, we are to build self-sustainable community through quality education.
It's our prayer that they can change the nation. If they can change the nation morally, that would be very good.
If we look at the nation of Singapore, they went from a third world country to a first world country in one generation. And they did that by transforming the education system.
There's a generation of children just like Emmanuel in northern Uganda. Each of them dreams to have their nation move forward from a violent past. Help us make a difference in their lives so they can make a difference for their country and their future.
You said, ask and we will receive.
feel your